The man idly toyed with the knife. Suddenly, river water came crashing through the deck. Afraid of being caught, he quickly used his foot to block the leak tightly. Just then, the enemy's ship suddenly drew near. They immediately pretended to be local fishermen to fool them, but the enemy insisted on searching the ship. The man panicked completely. He picked up an earthworm and pretended to bait the hook. When he pulled, the earthworm flung right onto the officer's hat. Surprisingly, the officer thought his technique was professional and didn't suspect a thing. The officer then walked over to the man. He pretended to cast his fishing rod, but it flew right out of his hand. The man thought fast and held up the rod like it was a binocular. The officer actually bought it. He turned around to leave, but when he glanced back, he saw the man walking into the women's restroom. He realized they were all pretending and immediately ordered his men to open fire. They fought back in a hurry, but the enemy's firepower was far too strong. The man told his teammates to jump overboard and evacuate first, saying he could handle it alone. The man picked up a machine gun and fired like crazy. Casings kept falling to the ground, piles up into a small hill at his feet and almost buried him. The enemy fell one by one like they were lining up to get shot. When the bullets ran out, the officer just smiled triumphantly. The man pulled out a hand grenade and threw it landed right in the officer's mouth. An explosion ended the fight. The man was blown into the air by the blast and landed headfirst in the dirt. His teammates hurried to pull him out. The woman ripped her clothes to bandage his wounds. Seeing this, the other teammates lied and said they were injured too. The woman had to keep ripping her clothes. Even the man bit his finger to pretend he was wounded. Luckily, there weren't many of them, otherwise the woman would have had no clothes left. They then headed to the enemy base. The man took out a dagger and tried to cut the barbed wire. After hours of cutting, he made a small hole, but when he pushed gently, the whole fence collapsed. His teammates pretended not to notice. One teammate picked up a rocket launcher, knocked politely on the door. When the enemy opened it, he shot them point blank. The woman set up a sniper rifle and smashed it down on the enemy. The man tried shooting arrows instead. Dozens missed completely. Finally, he grabbed a rooster and threw it like an arrow, and it actually worked. When they reached the cell where the hostage was held, the man tried to hook the key with a stick. Instead, he poked the guard's eye and then ear. Luckily, the guard was sound asleep and didn't wake up. After getting the key with great difficulty, he threw it to the hostage, but it landed outside the cell. The hostage had no choice but to climb out, pick up the key, then climb back in to unlock the door. Just then, the enemy was woken up by a rat. The hostage grabbed a weapon in a panic and knocked him out, but accidentally set off the alarm. Every enemy was alerted instantly. Do you think the man can escape?